this is Lotte Ford. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to color this new Easter sketch that I did for April. That's the nice thing about Easter. It's because it's so late this year, you can actually do Easter for quite some time. Well, you can always do Easter for the same kind of time, but for us here in Ireland, because we have St. Paddy's Day and everything, it's sort of sometimes the holidays get a bit squashed together. So this year we have Easter in April, and I did another drawing in this, and I would like to color it today. So I've taken out some alcohol markers. I'm going to go for a blue background in the sort of main sort of sky shape, and then I always like starting with the backgrounds because it's I don't know, it's the biggest part. So I'm going back to my new alcohol markers melting, and I'm using the wide tip again, so wish me luck. The last time I wasn't 100% sure about this, but hey, why not? Yeah, it doesn't, the green doesn't have as much flooding. So yeah, I've been busy. My channel has been very quiet because I've been busy elsewhere. I have, it's springtime in Ireland, and so we have a lot more time. Well, there's a lot more chores, and I have been spending some time in the garden, and because the trees are greening, and the daffodils are up, so a lot of the flower beds need some attention. I needed to trim back some of the trees just before they started greening, so it's just been really busy. But all things are really good, and yeah, so so now I have to do quite a lot of catch up, do some more posts on my Instagram feed and in my YouTube channel. So I'm going for this kind of broad stroke. So I've decided to speed up the video again simply because, well, two reasons. The scratching of the alcohol marker is sort of something that, yeah, doesn't need to be on the microphone, on the sound recording, and I actually find it really hard to color and talk at the same time. I can do it for a little while, but if I really want to concentrate on what I'm doing, then talking and coloring isn't sort of in my repertoire at the moment. So yeah, so I am using the wide tip on this pen. I'm getting used to these alcohol markers. They're quite nice. They have a nice color palette, so I can actually change and blend the colors nicely. I'm basically working my way downward on the paper. I'm adding the greenery now, and yeah, as I said, I'm learning how to blend them a little bit. I'm not an expert or anything like that. So actually brings me back to the sort of when I watch myself coloring, I feel like I think it's an interesting thing to watch for other people, and it's also interesting to, I suppose, hear me talk about my coloring and my drawing. As I said, my whole desire for what I want to do with these videos is to yeah, to give you an opportunity to get to know me a little bit and also see my work, and yeah, and the coloring is just a bit of fun. It's different from when I'm drawing. The drawing is much slower, but even the coloring, I think this entire video is about 3 hours long, and I've sped it up to an overall length of, I think, 12 or 13 minutes. So yeah, that's it's very fast. I cannot color that fast. But I do think that, I mean, I think ultimately, so what I have just done here in the previous section, what I'm still doing is I'm doing the multicoloring of the leaves, and the alcohol markers are great. They blend really well. Excuse me. But the smaller, they just have a very wide tip, and the smaller felt tip markers that I'm using now, they do the job relatively well as well, nearly, and I'm very, very happy to work with them in the finer leaves. And now I'm back to alcohol markers. I have 2 different sets, and I like the color palette of some a little bit more pastel-y. And now I'm going back to the felt tip markers because they're just a little bit finer, and I use them to work the bigger leaves and the smaller leaves and the stems. And as I said, like, once you get used to working with these kind of markers, you realize that they blend really nicely, and they obviously create this really vibrant, color-rich finish. So it's something that I really do enjoy. It's you have less control over the way, I suppose, the finish is. I'm not sure if it's control, like but the word that I'm looking for. I do like the variance that you get when you're using different materials, and with with alcohol markers you can blend quite nicely, but you don't actually know exactly what the color looks like until it dries. So I actually am now applying 2 or 3 different options of layers on these butterflies, as you can watch me working. But I tend to sort of stick with one color and sort of look at where I can apply that color. I did that on previous color alongs already, in that I sort of pick up a pink and then I sort of start to spread pink all over the paper, and also change things from, let's say, blue to pink, purple. So yeah, I really do like the alcohol markers. They are fun and they're quick and they're vibrant, and I think that's the main thing. I can not really compare different kinds of alcohol markers because I just don't know any different ones. I just know these, and as I said, I'm very happy with them. But yeah, I know that for the finer stuff, certainly for my drawings, I do need other pens as well, right down to fine liners. And the felt tip pens are brilliant as well. So I'm very, very happy with them. Yep, so, and but generally speaking, I'm still a little bit unhappy with the sort of a general blotchiness of it, and I tend to sort of then take pencils and sort of try to kind of correct that by creating some shading. Also, just some shading underneath, like, just because the otherwise it's too monotone. I want to sort of just add a little bit of sort of shadows in different areas. And as I said, the blotchiness is something that was kind of bugging me. And it's the thick tip, I suppose, that does really need some corrections as well. The big tip of the pens. So the pencil is really, really great for sort of working with more detailed, kind of more detailed aspects of the illustration. And now I'm moving to the bunny rabbit, and I've decided to use some watercolors as well. I use the watercolors a little bit on the background as well. I just have a little bit more control over the color, the type of color that I'm applying to the bunny. So I finished the coloring. Just to recap, I used alcohol markers for large parts of it, and then I also used some felt tip markers from Stabilo and the Staler ones that I use, and then I just wanted to add some more kind of definition, detail, get rid of the kind of bits that are sort of left white because I missed a bit, and I used mostly pencils for it, and I can still see areas that are missing colour. But I'm good enough with it now. I think, I mean, I could just fiddle with it for another 2 hours. And I might, but at the moment I have declared this drawing finished. So yeah, sorry, just to finish up. So the bunny rabbit, I actually did that with watercolors. I have this Winsor Newton travel pack, and I love it, and I use it all the time, and I use that on to color in the rabbit because I love this. I just love watercolors, and I really wanted him to do in these softer colors. So yeah, oh, I just realized I have missed this little egg down here. It's not painted, so it needs red leaves on the flower, on the egg. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this coloring. I hope you'll join me, and if you do share, make sure to tag me, Lotte Ford, in your YouTube videos, on Instagram, because I love seeing people colour my drawings. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!